Gold Rock Mining Company. I thought you called it the Dora B.
Well, Phil must have changed the name.
Anybody besides you and your brother interested in this mine, Elliot?
No, there's just the two of us. You see, we're partners. He takes care of this end of it. That is, when we have any money. And I take care of the provincial police work down in Granville.
The ore you sent us looked mighty good. If it's a fair sample and your title is clear, we won't have any trouble coming to terms.
Well, I'm sure you'll find the title clear. We took care of that.
Seems like that sign means just what it says.
Keep low. I'll try and locate that fellow. Right down below there. Here. You keep our friend busy till I find out what this is all about.
Hold it. That's enough. No sense picking each other to bits. Why all the fireworks, Dave?
I just warning this fellow and his partner to stay out of here.
Yeah. About 2 inches lower, and it'd have been a murder instead of a warning.
I'm sorry about the shooting.
So am I. About $10 worth.
Well, didn't you see the sign down there?
Oh, they both saw the sign. I watched them read it. Hit the ground with that gun. Hit the ground.
Al Gordon!
Dick Ingram.
Say, what are you doing up here?
I think of buying into the Dora B.
I don't intend to sell any part of it.
Did I understand you to say you didn't want to sell any part of the Dora B?
That's right. I beat you to it this time, Al. Lock, stock, and barrel. The outfit belongs to me.
But he's put over a fast one on you. Elliot owns that mine.
Well, you mean Elliot used to own it?
There's something wrong. This is Elliot, Tom Elliot.
Not the Elliot that I know.
Well, there's only two of us in this part of the country. My brother Phil and myself.
Phil must have been the one I did business with. I bought him out 3 weeks ago. Say, he had authority to sell, didn't he?
Well, yes. If he gave you a bill of sale, it's okay.
Well, here it is.
Well, what about it, Phil?
Well, what about it?
You ever see that bill of sale before?
Certainly.
What's the idea of doing a thing like that without telling me?
You just tried to do the same thing, didn't you?
What are you talking about?
Looks like it to me.
What's come over you?
Nothing. I'm just beginning to get some sense.
What'd you do with the money?
You worried you won't get your share?
Not half as much about that as I am about you.
Still trying to be the big brother, huh? Well, I'm getting tired of it.
There's a lot of things I'm tired of, too.
What, for instance?
All my lighting you out of jams, and I'm fed up with it. If you weren't my brother, you know what would happen to you?
What?
Find yourself in jail for selling something you didn't own.
Why don't you forget I am your brother?
Don't butt in. Blood's thicker than water. Besides, his brother's authority might come in handy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Phil. I didn't mean that. I was only talking for your own good. We'll forget about the mine.
We won't forget about anything. You'll get what's coming to you. Every cent. Deal me in.
What did the big brother climb all over you about?
That's my affair, Marsden. Is that proposition you made me still open?
Interested in it?
I want to get money, and I want to get it quick.
Care how?
No.
All right. Here's the layout. You know Leslie?
The jeweler?
He's the one. He happens to have something we want.
You're barking up the wrong tree, Marsden. He's got nothing but junk and dollar watches.
That's what you think. Did you ever hear of Jim Bartlett?
Bartlett?
Yeah.
You mean the fellow that's in the insurance racket? Where does Leslie come in?
Leslie holds the stuff for him. Now, here's the proposition.
You still here, Doris?
Yes. Being alone this afternoon, I thought it a good chance to write to Danny.
How is your brother?
Fine. All he talks about is the mountain. He's thrilled to death. He can't understand why you haven't enlisted.
Well, I might fool him one of these days. What's that?
It's the weekly report. We almost forgot it.
Can't it wait until tomorrow?
It should go out tonight. If you'll read it and sign it, I'll mail it on my way home.
Be a good girl. Sign it and send it in.
What's the matter, Tom?
Nothing.
Yes, there is.
No, there isn't really. I'm just tired, that's all.
What's Phil been doing now?
Oh, we had an argument. I lost my temper. Things got kind of nasty between us.
I guess I'll have to take that young man in hand and knock some sense into him.
You like Phil, don't you?
Well, I don't exactly dislike him.
If you see him, I'd appreciate it if you'd kind of hint that I'm awfully sorry for what happened.
I'll tell him. Plenty.
Thanks.
Good night.
Good night, Doris. See you tomorrow.
Elliot?
Yes?
My name's Black. This is Joe Clark.
Hi. How are you? Is this business or pleasure?
Strictly business.
You fellas have about taken all the excitement out of a job like mine.
Well, maybe we can put some of it back.
Nothing could suit me better.
Hey, here's a circular on Bartlett.
That jeweler's been traced to a man named Leslie here in town. He's a fence. But he's only small fry. We can get him anytime.
You figure Bartlett will try to pick it up?
Well, sooner or later, he'll have to raise money. The insurance company would rather pay him half the value of the jewelry than have to settle in full with Ogden. That's his racket.
You gonna throw a net around Leslie and stake it out?
That's the idea.
It's all right. He's my brother.
Now, we're going to need your help until a couple of our boys get here.
Anything I can do, I'll sure be glad to.
Beginning tonight, we want to keep that place under observation 24 hours a day. You know all the local people. Every stranger that goes in, we'll grab as he comes out.
Good evening, gentlemen. What can I do for you? Put your hands down. Want everybody to know this is a stick-up? Get in the back room.
Wasn't one of those fellows, Elliot?
Sure looked like him.
Nobody noticed anything.
Oh, I'm too nervous. I can't open it.
Give me that combination.
It's easier to talk than digest lead. Right. Twice to 17.
Right twice to 17.
Left. Once to 5.
Left once to 5.
Right to 42.
Right to 42.
Try the handle. It should open.
Take care of it. Take this and get out of here.
What do you want with me? You knew somebody was following you. Why didn't you stop? I might have killed you. I didn't know it was you. What was all that shooting for? If you're so interested, why don't you go back and see? What were you doing in Leslie's?
Having my watch fixed.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
You're lying.
I'm not.
Yes, you are, and it isn't going to do you any good. Now, why don't you come clean? What happened?
There was a holdup.
Were you in on it?
I left when the shooting started. Leave me alone. I haven't got anything.
You know what this means?
You wanted your money, didn't you?
I've got to turn you in, Phil. Nothing else for me to do.
No. I guess there isn't.
When I sent you up to the door B, I thought I was keeping you out of trouble.
Well, it's just one of those things.
You think you were recognized?
I don't know. I tangled with one of them, but everything happened so fast after that, it's hard to say. Why?
Well, I was just wondering if we could give the jewels back and...
Suppose you give it to me and tell them anything you want to. Get that sack. Don't try to be smart. I watched you when you put it away.
Was he with you tonight?
Yes.
Any others?
2.
Still think you can get away with it?
What do you think?
You haven't a chance. Now, if you're reasonable and don't cause us any trouble, we'll cut you in.
I don't play that way. That jewelry's going back where it came from.
Why don't you be sensible?
Say, if I see you around here tomorrow, it won't be a gun I shoot out of your hand. You understand? Now get out.
Those 2 Mounties are coming.
Both of you stay here and keep quiet. I'll take care of this.
Tom, wait a minute. You're only going to get yourself into a mess.
Don't be a sap. He can fix it.
Keep out of this. I'll tell him I did it.
Will you do as I say?
No.
Come here. Cover him up. I'll get you both out of this.
Where's your brother?
Why, you mean Phil?
I don't know his name. The one we met here this afternoon.
Why, he's inside, asleep.
Mind if we take a look at him?
Not at all, no.
Has he been out of here tonight?
Has he?
No. He was feeling kind of bad and just went to sleep.
How about you? Why, I had some business to attend to. Just got back about 5 minutes ago.
Well, Leslie was robbed tonight. And I'd swear that man in bed was one of the men that did it.
Why, he's been with him all evening, haven't you?
I certainly have.
Did you ever see that hat before?
Yes. That's my hat.
Yours.
Sure. I'd know it anywhere but those bullet holes.
If that's your hat, then you're one of the men that robbed Leslie.
It's my hat, all right. My name's printed on the band inside.
Search him.
Looking for the jewelry. It's in that drawer.
Come on.
Well, there's a few things I'd like straightened up before we leave. Would be all right?
Go ahead.
Thomas Elliott, you have been found guilty of robbery in the first degree. And it is now my duty to pronounce sentence on you in accordance with the nature of your crime and of your character. Pleas for leniency by the citizens of this community, as well as your own previous excellent record, have been taken into consideration by this court. I sentence you to from 1 to 5 years penal confinement in the Kingston Penitentiary.
I don't know what to say, Tom.
I didn't do a very good job of looking out for you, did I?
Why didn't you let me tell him the truth?
The term in prison would break you. It won't me. I can stand it.
5 years is a long time.
I won't regret a minute of it if it'll help straighten you out.
It will, Tom. Doris came with me.
Oh, I wish she hadn't.
She wants to see you. I'll send her in. Goodbye, Tom.
Bye, Phil.
Why did you do it, Tom? Oh, please don't misunderstand my meaning. I know you're not guilty, no matter what the court says.
What else could I do?
Well, let him stand on his own feet.
Well, I've taken care of him ever since he was a little kid.
I still believe you made a mistake.
I hope not. For both our sakes.
Who do you think's going to take care of him now that you can't?
Well, I thought you might.
I?
Won't you? For me?
For your sake, I will.
Time's up.
Thanks, Doris. I'll never forget.
Goodbye, Tom.
Bye, Doris.
Those letters started coming back about 2 months after you entered prison.
Well, maybe he's away prospecting.
He is. But he's using a shotgun instead of a pick and shovel.
A shotgun? Why, I don't understand.
Well, for quite some time, there's been an epidemic of holdups within a short radius of Granville. One night, the mounted police surprised them, but the bandits managed to shoot their way out. All but one.
And was my brother the one that was...
No, he got away. But the man that was captured was fatally injured. And before he died, he made a full confession, which cleared you of any part in the Leslie holdup. And when the man brought to the attention of the proper officials, your pardon was granted.
Well, of course, I'm very grateful, but I wish things hadn't happened that way.
I know how you feel. Right now, things seem mighty jumbled, but they'll straighten out. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, sir.
I have received notice that you've taken your oaths of allegiance and office. You realize that you are privileged to enter an organization which is world famous. You are expected to live and work according to the spirit of the tradition which has been handed down. You will do all in your power to keep the name of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police as it has been written in the annals of the Dominion's history. Parade these men for final instruction in the course of training.
Yes, sir. Left face. Mark.
Well, what's wrong now?
Well, it's hard to keep your eye on the apple and the sword at the same time.
Oh, will you kindly tell me where you got the idea you had to do that?
Well, I thought...
You thought. Will you tell these nitwits what to do? They don't seem to understand my language.
You see those apples?
Sure, what about them?
Yeah. Now, without taking any aim, just raise your arm and point your head. Now, you're right on it, aren't you? Yeah. Well, that's it.
That's right.
Well, that ought to be easy.
Simple, isn't it?
Sure is. If you'd showed us that way in the first place.
Why, I've showed you a dozen times. Think you can do it now?
Sure.
Well, remember, use your sword as you would your right arm. You can't miss. Thanks for the tip, buddy. Sure, and I didn't want them mugs to know that I didn't know. That little trick will help you if you ever get ambushed. Go ahead, Elliot. Let's see you do it. Pretty lively in the saddle, aren't you?
Well, I've been riding horses all my life.
Have you got any more tricks you can show the boys?
Yeah, I know a few more.
Well, let's see some of them.
All right.
All right, men, back to the barracks.
I never thought you'd be able to pull him up. It looks as if he might throw you any minute. Doris! Are you all right?
Don't I look all right?
Oh, swell, but gee, you might as well kill a fella, scare him to death. Hey, looky here, young lady.
I'm looking.
Was that a real runaway?
Well, when a girl wants a man to notice her, she has to do something to attract his attention.
Well, I didn't even know you were here.
Oh, I'm very well aware of that. You realize your ambition in spite of everything, haven't you, Tom?
Only one of them.
How do you like your work?
Fine.
I'm anxious to see you in your uniform.
You will.
When?
Tonight.
In the valley where the yellow moon is shining, down from the blue harvest sky. In the valley where the yellow moon is shining, dreams of you, dear, drift by. Once again I hear you whisper tenderly love's loud divine. In the valley where the yellow moon is shining, you promised, dear, to be mine.
Give us something lively. You're making us all cry.
What'll we give?
Well, let's give him that old Mountie song.
Good.
It's saddle and spurs and put on your furs, it's winter, you Mountie. Go into the stuff, no matter how tough, remember you're a Mountie. You got your orders in your mitts, and you know what to do with it. Go out, go out, go out, go out, go out and get your man. It's over the snow, it's 40 below, because you're a Mountie. The night will be black, but don't lose your track, remember you're a Mountie. You got your orders in your mitts, and you know what to do with it. Go out, go out, go out, go out, go out and get your man. If it takes a year, go out and get your man. Far or near, you've got to get your man. Your Royal Canadian Mounted Police, a law and order man of peace. Go out, go out, go out, go out, go out and get your man.
equipment together. We're leaving right away. Osborne, Davis, report to the CO.
I'll see you later, Doris. Ride all night, sleep 2 hours, ride again. Still, I don't know where we're going. Is there any secret about it?
The CO got a hurried call from Danny Costa last night. He's been trailing a tough bunch for a couple of months. He's about to close in on them.
Is this the case Danny's been working on?
Yep.
Where's he located?
Up at Florence Lake. Bartlett's holed in up there. He thinks it's a good time to catch him. We're going to meet him up at a cabin just off the main road, this side of the lake.
Is that the Bartlett that's been in on all those jewel robberies?
That's the one. Danny.
Mac. Hello, Tom.
Let's get him in bed.
Right.
Never mind me. Bartlett. He's ready to run out. Take the north trail. It's the last house.
What's the matter?
For a moment, I thought I saw a ghost. He reminds me of somebody I haven't seen for a long time. Looks like we're too late. What do you make of it, Mac?
I don't know. Rye whiskey.
What else do you smell?
Almonds.
That's cyanide.
Poison. Suicide. Well, that blows our case higher than the kite.
Yeah, it seems to. Still, it doesn't agree with Danny saying that Bartlett was about ready to make his getaway.
Maybe that's what Danny meant.
How would he know Bartlett was going to kill himself?
Well, he surely did.
If that note was in Bartlett's handwriting, I wouldn't doubt it. But a typewritten note's too convenient. Anybody could have written that. I'll be right back. Bartlett wrote that note. His fingerprints will be on the key to this typewriter.
No fingerprints.
What do you make of that?
It means that Bartlett was murdered. He didn't commit suicide and he didn't type that note. Whoever typed that note was a little too clever when he wiped the fingerprints off the keys of that typewriter. I have an idea if we lay low for a few days and don't report this, maybe something will happen.
Sounds reasonable.
Little bourbon, Bill. Surprised? Well, I never expected to see you here. And in that uniform. Well, I thought you were still in the...
Yeah, I know. Well, I was pardoned after serving 7 months.
Gee. Well, I'm glad. That's great.
You never spent 7 months alone in a little room about 6 by 9. Nothing to look forward to but more months. Maybe a letter once in a while to relieve the monotony. Have you? Didn't take you long to forget, did it, Phil?
I didn't forget.
Well, then why didn't you write?
Oh, I meant to, but I kept moving around. I wasn't long in one place.
What were you doing?
Prospecting.
For what?
Gold?
You're not fooling me, not...
I'm not trying to fool you.
Wouldn't you be interested to know how I happened to be pardoned?
Sure. How?
Well, one of the men who was with you when Leslie was held up was caught robbing a bank. And he talked.
He didn't say I had anything to do with the holdups, did he?
If he had, I wouldn't make the same mistake twice.
I haven't done anything.
Well, maybe you haven't, but I'm going to give you some advice, and you better take it. Now, you straighten up, you're going to wind up the same way Bartlett did.
He was a sap. You'll never hear of me killing myself. Have a drink? You needn't worry about me. I know what I'm doing. How long are you going to be in town?
For a few days.
Where are you staying?
Last cabin down at the end of the street.
I've got a few things to do. I'll look in on you later. So long.
See that fellow in there at the table?
The one with the handbag?
Yeah.
And that the guy we saw at Bartlett's?
Yeah. I think you better follow him, Mac. See where he goes and what he does. I'm going up to see Danny. If he's able to talk, he can probably steer us straight.
Who is he?
Well, he's my, he knows something about the Bartlett killing.
Sure, and he won't get out of my sight.
I just came in from the cabin. There's no one around. It looks as if a cyclone struck it.
Yeah. We moved everything up to the hills. Did you get the money?
Here it is. All in small bills. The insurance adjuster paid off without asking any questions. He'll be ready to pick up the Stewart stuff in 2 weeks.
You better tell him about Bartlett.
What about him?
They found the body.
I know it. I was talking to my brother. He's a Mountie.
A Mountie? When did he get out?
They found out he had nothing to do with that Leslie job and pardoned him.
What did he want?
Oh, nothing. He was sore because I didn't write. Said I'd wind up the same way Bartlett did.
He said that?
Yeah, but I told him not to worry. I'd never bump myself off.
Hasn't been a word said about Bartlett. Nobody in town even knows he's dead. He set up for you and you walked right into it.
Are you sure of that?
What other reason would he have? He'll be watching every move you make.
Two can play at that game. Able to watch anybody very long.
You'd better take Sam with you if you're going to...
I'll handle this myself.
Might as well play safe.
All right. But there won't be any slip-up this time. Where'll you be?
Sam knows the spot. He'll show you the way. We'll divide the dough and lay low a while.
Come on if you're coming.
You'd better take Ed with you.
Leave it to me.
Wait here.
Come on.
We'll see what this is all about. Go on. You were right about this, Berg. I caught him trying to take a pot shot at you.
Swell brother, ain't I?
Why did you want to kill me?
I thought I hated you for trapping me into giving myself away about Bartlett.
You know, Phil, you're in a tough spot. You're going to come pretty close to hanging for that Bartlett murder.
I was only the contact man. I negotiated the deal to return the jewelry and get the money. I didn't kill him, Tom. Honestly.
Who did?
Marsden.
Who?
Marsden, you remember him, don't you? He tried to stick you up that night. At home, you shot the gun out of his hand.
Oh, him.
Marsden thought Bartlett was getting too big a split. He wanted him out of the way.
Where's Marsden now?
I don't know. I'm supposed to meet him later.
Who are those two men following you?
A couple of the outfit. They wouldn't hear the shots. That'll tell them I killed you.
Do they know where Marsden will be?
Yes.
Well, that's that.
There they are. You stay here, Phil. We'll handle this.
Take it easy, boys. Where were you going to meet Margaret? Come on, talk. It'll be a lot easier for you if you do.
Up the road about a mile.
Come on, get down off that horse.
Elliot, and the mountain.
Look out, Tom!
Did you get him, Tom?
Yeah, sure we got him.
Swell. I'm sorry for everything.
Oh, now don't worry about that, Phil. Everything's tops between you and me.
Tops.